Welcome to Shador Studio of Aesthetics YouTube page. My name is Kiara Gibson and I am Shador's makeup artist, and I'm here to go over a application and a removal process of our strip lashes. I will have descriptions of the lashes that I'm going to be putting on today for you in the description box, as well as a link to where you can purchase our lashes. So if you keep watching, here's the video. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna name off a few things that you'll wanna make sure that you have, supplies that you'll have when you're putting on your strip lashes. Of course, we are going to want to have our lashes. And today we are going to be putting on the style called Elaine.
We're also going to want a pair of small scissors,
some lash adhesive, some tweezers, and just a small mirror, or a mirror per se. So to start off, we're going to want to measure our lashes to our eye just to make sure that they fit. And taking them out of the case, we're just going to pull them right in the center. And this is going to help to keep the form of the lashes. So you can see I'm just kind of tugging here, and then I can pretty much pick it up at that point. So that way it kind of still keeps that form of an eye shape here. Then we're gonna take our scissors, and we're just gonna cut off the extra pieces that are on the end. Our Shador lashes have a little bit extra before the lashes actually start, and that's so that you have enough room to cut some off and be able to measure them to your eye. And then I'm gonna take my small mirror here, I have a little Shador mirror, and I'm going to do this while looking down into the mirror. So instead of holding the mirror right here in my face, I'm going to look down into it. And this way, even when applying the lashes, this is the same exact way we're gonna apply the lashes. When I do it this way, I'm close to my lash line as possible. We don't want our lashes to be very noticeable, so we wanna get close to the lid line as we can. So this, even when measuring, I like to do it because then it kind of gets you in the habit of practicing and getting it as close as possible to your lash line, excuse me. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna use the tweezers because my nails are a little in the way. And I like to place my tweezers right in the middle of my lashes. And I do this because it helps me to have a steady hand to when I actually put my adhesive on here, have more control over where exactly I'm placing the lash. And then I can place lash band right directly in the middle of my eye, and then it's easier for me to manipulate the sides after that. So I'm gonna take it here, and I'm just going to place it on there. It has no adhesive on there, so I'm just doing this just to kind of get an eye of where it's gonna fit. And I'll kind of pull it up and see when I blink, does it poke? Of course, it's not gonna be super comfortable because it's not on there, but it gives you a good idea to see where the lash will place. So that seems pretty good for me. And I'm actually gonna put the other eye on first, because that's just my more comfortable eye to start with. I'm gonna use my tweezers. Once again, I'm gonna hold those right in the middle. Then I'm gonna take my adhesive. And I really like this one because it has a little brush on the end. So then I can control how much I'm using. Just wanna make sure you can see. And I'm just lining. This one also has a slight blue hue to it. And so I'm not going to let this dry all the way because this one isn't as thick as the one that comes in the tube. So I don't need to let it dry as long. And if I do let it dry as long, it won't end up actually sticking to my eye. It'll be completely dry. So I am going to wait just a few seconds and kind of shake it just to kind of get a little bit of air. And then I'm going to get a little bit closer so you have a better view. And again, looking down, I'm actually going to brush these lashes down because I do have on extensions that need to be filled. So I'm just looking down into that mirror once again, placing it right directly in the middle of my eye. And then I'm going to place correct at the end here. So much concentration makes my eye water. And then I'm going to take the front and even that up. So then I like to let it kind of, I'm taking my finger and I'm slightly pushing the lash into my lid. And this is just so that I can make sure that it's actually all the way on. Once again, when I'm working in the corner of my eye, I'm using my tweezers just so I can precisely push it in there and make sure that it's as close as possible. And then I'm kind of pushing up. I personally, when I am wearing strip lashes, I like to put my mascara on last, just so that I can really be able to see where I'm blending my lashes underneath at. And I know a lot of people are apprehensive about doing that because you actually can get mascara on the lashes. I don't put a lot of mascara on. I'm just putting a very thin layer on, so I'm being very gentle and light-handed when I do that. And I'm putting this on just to blend my lashes so that there's not a big gap of skin between the lash and my actual natural lashes showing. These extensions that I have on are gonna blend a little bit better than my natural lashes just because they have a slight curl to them, and my natural lashes don't have a curl to them. They're pretty straight. So these ones blend pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one on. So now that this side has dried a little bit more, I'm going to actually start blending out that eye. So I like to do the first eye, then apply the second eye, and then blend out, just because then I get a little more control over the lash without it coming off, because the adhesive is actually now being able to stick to my eye. So I'm just going to take my spoolie here, and I'm just brushing the lash underneath. And this is essentially the same motion that I would be doing if I was doing this with my natural lashes. I would just be slightly coating my natural lashes like this at the bottom. And then as I'm doing that, I'm slightly pushing the lashes to kind of give it a form. I want it to make sure that it's formed to my eye pretty well. So that way when I'm blinking, it's not gonna come undone. We want it to be as flexible as possible. I know sometimes when you're first taking your lashes out of the case, they can be pretty stiff. So once you wear them the first and the second time, then they get to kind of be a little bit more looser, the band, and it feels a little bit more comfortable and natural to the eye. I'm gonna brush this other eye out. And there we have it. Okay, so now that we have our lashes on, let's go over how to remove them. Very simple process. The only thing I would say is just being mindful of not ripping them off. Start from the corner of our eye, and we're just going to we're not gonna pull at the end of the lashes here. We're gonna get as close to the actual band as possible, and we're just gonna kind of roll it forward. And gently roll it, just like that. Then we're gonna stick it back in our case so that we do not misplace it. And then we're gonna do the same to the other side. And there you have it, they're off. So we're gonna always make sure that we store them in our case so that we know where they are. We can keep them as neat as possible so that we can, of course, wear them again. That is it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you found this information helpful. If you're interested in purchasing any of our strip lashes, you can do so at www.shadorstudio.com. Thank you for watching once again. Give this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to our channel for our updates on what else we're going to be having at our studio. And leave us a comment down below on what you would like to see on our channel. Would you like to see some sugaring tips? Would you like to see the difference between sugaring and waxing? Let us know. We would love to hear from you. And thank you once again.